Hello everyone and welcome to Some Cuisine. My name is Harper if you did not know, and today I am going to taste test and review Devour's Buffalo style chicken mac and cheese. So of course for these reviews I am going to be showing you of course, what the dish actually looks like, taste test it of course, and then finally give you guys my review about, does it taste good? Do I think it's worth your money's worth? And then finally of course, do I think there's other alternatives? But with that being said, let us begin. Okay, so first things first is of course the actual meal. So we have it just looks kind of like shell pasta and then like orange gloop and little weird nuggets, so not very appetizing, but of course we're not expecting that to look that nice, frozen. So I'm just gonna open it up a little bit like it is told, and we're gonna toss this in the microwave. Okay, so we are finally here. So this is what the mac and cheese actually looks like. It's definitely different from the box. We have no smattering of blue cheese, of course, and the actual, like, you could say consistency of like the cheese looks a little greasy and weird, like like the grease is like pulled apart from like the solids, which is a little bit worrying. But from there it has a very like buffalo sauce smell, and as a whole I'm just excited to see how it tastes. So let's see how it actually is. Okay, so I've just finished off the buffalo style mac and cheese from Devour. So let's talk about what I think about it. So number one, I have to say, I came in eating this dish with incredibly low expectations. And like most times when you have very low expectations, the thing will surprisingly, usually, surprise you and even blow you away in somehow. So I think that if I had a high expectation going in this dish, I would be disappointed, but because I didn't, I was surprisingly excited and happy about this dish. Honestly, I think they did a pretty good job for what they did. This is a mass manufactured frozen meal, so there are issues, but overall it was really good, and I actually really liked it. And it's been some of the best frozen food items I have had on this channel so far, so that's saying something right there. But from there, let's talk about why I like this dish. So number one, the noodles were perfectly cooked. They weren't, gummy at all. They weren't chewy, but they weren't overcooked. They were literally in the perfect place. At the same time, the buffalo sauce was noticeable throughout the whole dish. You could definitely taste buffalo sauce throughout the whole thing. And honestly, I think it was very well seasoned. There wasn't too little buffalo sauce, but there wasn't too much. You could still taste the cheese and you could still taste the chicken. And even though there was quite a lot of buffalo sauce, for me, I feel like it was the amount that I would have put on if I had made this dish. It was really actually quite good. Was it mild to low spice? Yes, but for a average person, I feel like they did a pretty great job. Again, this has to be good for a lot of people. At the same time, the chicken, as much as it was kind of soggy and not crispy at all because, it was frozen, it actually tasted pretty good. It was a little dry, but it wasn't really dry, which is a plus. And more importantly, the breading itself was actually quite seasoned. The chicken itself was really well seasoned, and I didn't feel like it was, bland at all. Did this dish need salt? Yes. But again, this is an average dish and it didn't need as much salt as I was expecting it. So the buffalo sauce really pulled it through and that was really, really nice. The only real issue with this, I think, is just because of like how it was like frozen and how the compounds went together and whatnot. I'm not really sure. I'm not a very good scientist. I'm kind of just like guessing. So if I'm wrong, that's not surprising. There wasn't any real like creamish to this dish. It was kind of just like cheesy, kind of like glob, and it wasn't like, you know, hard to eat at all. You know, it didn't like taste like weird, or like the texture wasn't weird, but it was kind of, you could say, like dry, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does or not, but like because there was no like creaminess to the cheese sauce tasted dryish, if not a little oily, but like not enough that you were like disgusting, you know what I mean? It was noticeable, but it wasn't like I can't have this anymore. I also think that it was quite small, and if you're paying, like, at least for me, I was paying like $3.50 for this. So like $3.50 for like a bowl full, like a, you know, this large of bowl. I was personally filled up, but I am a 5'2" woman whose metabolism is more or less gone at this point. Not real, that's not real. But you know what I mean, like I'm not like, you know, a 6-foot tall guy or like somebody who needs more food, you know? So I feel like just because I was filled up, you know, I'm quite small. So that won't be true for everybody else. And if you're paying $3 for this, like, you know, have to think about like actual filling up and like, you know, nutrition, not nutrition because this is not nutritious at all, but you know what I mean, like actually like being satisfied and getting your money's worth. Is this the best mac and cheese that I've had that was frozen before? Yes. Then again, the only one so far. So the bar is on the floor. But this thing honestly like leapt over that bar. Like it did a good job. Now when it comes to my rating, 1 out of 10, 1 being it's so horrible and disgusting I can't even finish it, 10 being it blew me away, I want to have it again and again, I feel like it's even better than what it could have been, you know, fresh, I would give this a solid 7. I feel like this was quite above average, but the fact that the sauce was kind of weird and the pricing and the size of it for the pricing kind of like pushes down that score, you know? But the chicken was good, the seasoning was good, the noodles were good, and for what it is, the cheese sauce was really good. But with that being said, that is really all for today. So of course, if you like this video, click like. If you want to see more from what, just subscribe. I hope you have an amazing day. I will say next time, and as usual, goodbye!